Hey, welcome back to Cooking with Karen. Who doesn't like a great dessert, right? There's some desserts I make that take a while and they're really complicated, but then there are desserts that, man, it's not a whole lot of ingredients, comes together well and tastes delicious. Such is our dessert for today. So we're gonna make a basic peach cobbler that you wanna serve with some great vanilla ice cream and oh my goodness. So first we're going to take a stick of butter. We're going to bake it in our baking pan. And all the ingredients and information are right there in the description of this video. We're going to take this stick of butter. We're just going to melt it in the oven on 350. While that's melting, we're going to start our batter. So we're going to start with, I have all my ingredients laid out, you know how I like to do it. So I'll tell you each one as I go along, and they're also listed right there in the recipe. So we're going to take, first of all, a cup of flour, and make sure it's self-rising flour. Now today I happen to be using Gold Medal self-rising flour. But any self-rising flour will do. Just make sure that it's self-rising. Then I'm going to use half of my mixture, my sugar mixture. Now there in the description you see that I have white sugar and brown sugar. Only going to use half of that right now. I mix that nicely into our flour. And you know brown sugar tends to clump and form balls, so you want to make sure you mash those out. Get it blended nicely. You have those balls that you see. So we have half of our sugar mixture here. Next, we're going to use a cup of cold milk. Make sure it's cold. You want an entire cup of cold milk. Now, just like that, you have your batter. Wasn't that simple? Now, the taste is not going to be simple, but the recipe definitely is. So you want to stir that all up together. You get a nice consistency. Someone asked in one of my recipes, why don't you use a mixer? Because I kind of like doing stuff the old-fashioned way. Now, if I'm in a hurry, sure, I'll put a mixer in here, but if I'm just relaxing and cooking, man, I want to feel the whole experience, the stirring things together. Plus, it feels so good when it's done to know that you did that. While I'm mixing this, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I put up a new recipe, you will be informed. Now, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, yes you can. See how nice the texture of that is? It's well blended now. Everything's blended together. So we're going to set that to the side, and we're going to get our peaches. This is 2 cans of peaches. Now make sure that you drain the syrup off of your peaches. Not completely. You want a little bit of syrup left, but you don't want too much syrup because it will interfere with your batter. So I have my peaches in the bowl. And now I'm going to add to them a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just a teaspoon. Teaspoon goes a long way. Then I'm also going to add a teaspoon of nutmeg. Oh, it smells so good in here already. Ooh. Then you're going to do just a half teaspoon of lemon juice. lemon is very powerful, so you don't need a bunch. And let's take a moment now and go check on our butter. I believe it's ready. Should be melted, and it is. So our melted butter is ready. I'm going to sit that there. And now we're still working with our peaches. We also here want to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And we also want to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Now we're going to stir this up. Oh, this smells wonderful. Anybody out there other than me into smells? I just love it. I love to walk into a house and smell a good meal cooking. And I also love the smell of something wonderful being prepared. Like this mixture right here, OMG. Now, if you're really conscientious, you can go out there and get some fresh peaches, slice them. That'll be great. I have to admit, these are out of the can. I've made it both ways, and it's delicious both ways. But it's up to you. You can try, whichever way you like it. So you keep stirring until all of your peaches have been coated in the mixture. If you take a look at that, that's just simply beautiful. Look at that. So now our peach mixture is ready. So we're going to move them to the side a second. We're going to bring our melted butter over. This is the baking dish that we're going to cook our peach cobbler in. So we're going to take our batter. And you definitely will need a spatula because it's not all going to come out. But you're just going to put your batter right in the butter. You see that? Going to need a spatula though because it's not going to come out on its own. Not all of it anyway. Okay, so our batter is now in with the butter. You just want to slide it around a little bit, make sure it mixes in. And then guess what? We're going to bring in our lovely peaches. We're just going to pour them right in. I wish you could smell this. So now we're just going to slide our peaches around and mix them in the batter and the butter. So pretty. I don't know about you, but I like a peach in every bite. So we're going to mix it around really well. Make sure it's mixed in there really good. So you're going to go ahead and just let your peaches get some batter and some butter on them. Mix it in there real nice. And this is going to go in the oven for about 50 minutes. Now remember, we only used half of our sugar mixture, the brown sugar and the white sugar. Now we're going to take the second part of that. We're just going to sprinkle it all over. Mix it in there. This is going to be some kind of delicious. Alright, and it's ready to go in our oven on 350 for 50 minutes. It's been 50 minutes on 350, so we're gonna turn the oven off. And we're gonna take out our beautiful peach cobbler. Somebody say deliciousness. I like making up words. I used to teach English, so I usually make up words when I need them. This is deliciousness. Get another look, and then we're gonna scoop some out so you can really get a peek. Let's see how it turned out. I think we're in for a treat. Now it's still pretty hot. I don't want to hold you to have to wait for it to cool off. So let me just go in and scoop out a little bit. Ooh, I really should have let it cool, but anyway, you get the picture. There you have a beautiful peach cobbler. All right. Throw me some comments in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can keep shooting wonderful recipes to you. Have a blessed one.